Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I'm back yet again with yet another cartoon TMnT video, and I got a bit of a twofer for you guys today. We're building out the rest of Rocksteady and Bebop's gang, and I could not be more stoked. First and foremost is Grunt and Jersey Red. Grunt definitely being a member. Jersey Red, we'll talk about her connection to the gang. On the backside, nice photos. You get to see Grunt in all his mutated lizard glory. And here's everyone involved with the creation of these figures, so thank you very much for that. And here is the barcode as well. Next up, we have the aptly named Tall Thug and Short Gangster, or they could be otherwise known Dopey and Dumbo. You can call them whatever you like, but those basically their names, kinda, sorta, we'll just say, that have been around for quite some time. Here's everyone involved with the creation of these figures, same people, because they do awesome stuff. And here's the barcode as well. So this is going to be an absolute blast. Like I said, so stoked to have these. You have no idea. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new cartoon TMnT, the Tall Thug and Short Gangster, Grunt and Jersey Red by NECA Toys. And of course, here's everything out of the packaging. And in traditional NECA fashion, you get a ton of accessories, and I love that you can change them between the mutated forms and whatnot. We'll kick things off with Dopey. This guy comes with his mutated form, which is a shrew. You could say a naked mole rat. You can call him whatever you want. He's kind of got like a Cronenberg thing going on, but I love the way that it looks. Awesome, right? Then he comes with a bunch of extra hands, so he can hold weapons and whatnot. He comes with one mutated forearm, which is all kinds of creepy, right? That's just disgusting. More on that later. And you get a meat hook and a really cool baseball bat. It's not a reused baseball bat because NECA doesn't like to do that. That's awesome. It's a brand new bat, and we've seen lots of bats with these gang members and turtle figures before. But Dopey himself, he looks great. He kind of looks like Richard Belzer a little bit, right? These are such a love letter to the 80s. And I'll say that in a way of 80s street gangs. I love his boots. He's got the two-tone cell shading color. He's got little yellow patches and whatnot on his jacket. It's such a simplistic figure, but yet it's so effective, right? And he's such a, we'll say, critical member to the start of Ninja Turtles. Those first few episodes that kicked off the series, you always remember these characters. You remember the mutants that they turned into. It's just how it goes. And when we got Scrag, we knew we were going to get to this point because NECA makes everything. And the articulation is solid on this guy. He's a big, lanky street thug, and he's awesome. And he's a great addition to the cartoon TMnT line. And then, of course, we have Dumbo. And I know when I did the premonition of a premutation, I ragged on the chain. And I don't mean it to be like I don't like the chain. I just like a more animated styled chain, not a real chain. I don't know if that's still coming across. Anyways, you get a mallet. That's pretty cool. It's nicely detailed so you can bash some people in the streets. It comes with a pair of extra fisted hands, which is cool. And then you get his mutated parts, which you swap out. So he's got his sheepdog arms, right? Or dog arms. In many ways, he kind of looks like a sloth, too. The face, yeah, I'd definitely say it's more of a sheepdog. Dog, sloth. It's nicely painted. I really wish, though, you could open and close his mouth. It kind of looks like he could, but it's definitely a fully solid piece. But it's awesome, right? And then, of course, we have Dumbo himself. He's got that cartoon head, right, where it's got all kinds of bumps and angles to it. He's just a little short, fat guy, but he's very cool. I love him. The colors on him are great. The articulation is even better. You didn't have to heat this guy up. He does have a waist. It's kind of deceiving, right? He's got some big arms, his wrists. The head is the only thing I'm going to say you're going to have to heat up because you can pop the arms off easy peasy, but the head presented the most problems when you want to mutate him. The first time I did it, ended up pulling the pin with it, so I had to pop the head back in and redo it, but I eventually got there. Again, the cell shading looks great. He's a short, stocky little guy, but he's awesome. And then we get to Jersey Red. She comes with a number of extra hands, including a spray paint can holding hand, which is awesome. Very nicely done. And don't be shocked if you start seeing some paint flecking off of the hands in some other parts. You get a very simple spray paint can. They almost had the line work there. They almost had it lined up. It's just off a little bit. but it's effective, right? Very cool. And then you get her blaster gun that was in the one episode where she appeared. That's cool. It's got some reds, some grays. It's very nicely painted. This is an awesome futuristic looking turtle weapon. Now, with Jersey Red herself, one, I'm stoked that they made Jersey Red. Two, never thought they would make Jersey Red. And three, I love the handkerchief that's sticking out of her butt. They made a big, rotund, fat chick. And that's really cool that they did that. They gave her the big red cowboy boots. She's got this big gut on her. This is not a figure that you would expect to see ever made. And they made it. Like, look at her big flabby arms and stuff. It's great. They did a great job. Now, Jersey Red was not initially part of the gang in the first episode, first season. She came later. It's kind of a different faction of Bebop and Rocksteady's gang, so she's more so part of that, but she's still part of the gang, if that makes any sense. The articulation is solid on her. I didn't have to heat her up whatsoever. It was awesome. I love all the little earrings and whatnot. The black within the hair, the lines, the face. They knocked this one out of the park. Again, so wild that they made Jersey Red, but it's so much fun, and that's the main basis of collecting this line. And then finally, we have Grunt, and he comes with a samurai sword, which does look to be new, nicely painted, comes with a number of different hands. Take special note of some of his hands. He has really long fingernails, and I think that goes really well with his mutated counterpart. Again, very creepy and very odd. His big scaly mutation is a lizard with a mohawk. You simply just pop him off at the waist. One solid piece, but it has all the articulation that Grunt has. Nothing at the biceps, but I love his big mohawk and the back part and his harness. And again, it's just a cool looking figure, but I'll tell you, be very careful of the tongue. It's very rigid. You don't want to push it either way. You know what I mean? So that's one element of these figures. Be careful of Grunt's tongue. Otherwise, that's awesome looking. And Grunt himself, again, looks like he walked right out of the 80s. It's perfect. It looks awesome. His glasses are awesome. Whatever he's got going on. He kind of looks like a Mad Max character. His belt is cool. It's got pouches. Again, simple and effective. He's big ol' boots. It's awesome. This whole gang situation that they have created is fantastic and so much dang fun. You get a lot of articulation out of his arms and his head and his neck, and he's got some diaphragm and some waist. It's kind of deceptive. He doesn't have bicep swivel. It kind of looks like he does, but it's just one solid piece. Again, to match his scaly mutation counterpart. You get a semblance of some upper diaphragm, not much, waist, double jointed knees, and I think that this would be the only one where I would tell you to heat them up. Otherwise, it really does work overall. And it's really impressive considering some of the figures we've looked at recently from the cartoon line and Mirage. The boots will spin, and he has lots of articulation in the feet, side to side, up and down, yada, yada. You get it. You pop them off the waist just like that. Just go slow, but it comes off pretty easy. And you can simply just put him back together when you're ready, or you want to keep him in human form. So you have all these gang members now, right? Scrag, Dumbo, Rocksteady, Bebop. You have Grunt, and of course you have Dopey, and they look so good together. Again, like they walked right out of the cartoon. And you can finally have them face off against the Ninja Turtles. And that is an element that I love. It's the Ninja Turtles just simply fighting gang members. But alas, Shredder's got to get involved, right? Hey, I need some muscle on the streets. And you guys are just messing things up. So I got some mutagen, and I want you guys to come and check this out. And bingo bango, you got the mutated forms of all of these street thugs. And that is so flippin' cool that I think now, because I don't want to transform them back, I might have to get duplicates. I might have to get another set of each, which kind of leaves it open for Scrag, unfortunately, because I only have one version of him. But these are too cool in their mutated forms. Just every which way. These are a blast, and I can't highly recommend them enough. Even down to Jersey Red. Even though she was never mutated, doesn't have a mutated counterpart, she looks great with the Turtles. She really stands out. She's a very unique addition to the line. So that will wrap it up for my look at the brand new NECA Toys, the cartoon TMnT Target Store exclusive 2-packs We have Dopey and Dumbo, and of course, Jersey Red and Grunt. Highly recommend both packs if you're into the cartoon TMnT line. I mean, show of hands here. Whoever thought getting the initial first batch of turtle figures at Target, we'd be at this point going, yeah, here's Jersey Red, and here's Grunt, and here's the rest of the gang members from Rocksteady's gang. Season 1, first episode, blows my mind. So, you've heard my thoughts. Now curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything cartoon TMnT. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, just keep going with those deep cuts. I'm having a friggin' blast with this line. And when they do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.